is something that we'll share with the folks in Ottawa and in Nepal who aren't with us and who are sometimes with us when we're together for Christmas. Rarely are we together on Christmas Eve, but here we are. Pennsylvania Dutch night before Christmas. It was night before Christmas, and all over the farm nothing was schuslich, no cause for alarm. The socks were all hung by the chimney just so, with the hopes they got filled from the ankle to toe. The nixnuts are snoozing without any sound in their heads. Clear toy candies been dancing around. And Mama and me, well, we out in the light, crawled under the covers and snuggled up tight.
Snuggled up.
Then from the outside we heard something fierce that made open our eyeballs and rattled our ears. There was crushing and banging, and could it be true? Did our ears deceive us, or was that a moo? Then off to the window we ran in the dark. Kicked the dog accidental, he started to bark. Then we looked through the window coming in through the gate. It wasn't moo. We saw it was 8. 4 cows and 4 steers, they were harnessed somehow and were dragging behind them an old-fashioned plow. And there, just behind it, as sour as a pickle, was a fellow we knew had to be the Belschnickel. He wiggled that plow to keep going on course. I think he'd done better if he had a horse.
Yeah, I know that.
So dogged and slow those 8 drummers did run, and he growled and he grumbled and yelled at each one. Now Cheeky, now Becky, now Rachel, Josiah, on Menno, on Sarah, Esther, Obadiah. And watch where you're going. There's nothing unwiser than stamping your hoofs into stray fertilizer. They got through the barnyard without any hitch, and the Belschnickel grumbled and raised a big switch. Climb up on that roof now and you make it snappy. You don't want to make me more unhappy. Mach off on that trellis, then on to the roof, and don't get no ivy veins caught in your hoof. I'll get awful gristly if you make me fall, so clamber up, all. Off they gave. Like the chickens all look, then to fly they are trying, or the meskits are making, then shoes they are tying. So clumsy they climbed up an inch with each move, but somehow they made it, and it wonders me too. And then in a twinkle we heard on the roof each cow that was rustling around, stomping its hoof. The cracks of the roof timbers filled all our ears, 'cause it just wasn't built for 4 cows and 4 steers. By now all the kiddies had run in our room, frightened by all of these cracks and those booms. To tell them what happened, I was going to begin. Then jumpin' gee ho, so, the ceiling fell in. Down came the Belschnickel, plop in our bed. A few shingles making down right on his head. And when we looked up through the hole in the ceiling, it was just a little bit worried. We're feeling. It's worrisome. No, very worrisome.
Oh yeah, big hole.
For there overhead was that 8 head of cattle, still stomping so hard it was made the walls rattle. So, but we felt as we'd all been cursed and veraxed, and that cow would fall down into our bedroom next. But they on the roof stayed, and I wiped away sweat, then looked at that scary old Belschnickel yet. Bellschnickel was scary. He had got to his feet and was brushing his breeches, holding his sack and using his switches. He was dressed all in black from his toes to his hat, and he frowned and said, "Hey, what are you looking at? Ain't you never seen no Bellschnickel before?" Well, I had, but the others had come through the door. His beard was all strubbelig, as white as snowfall, and his belly so skinny it nearly was all. I couldn't help thinking that this crabby guy could use a few dumplings and shoe-fly pie.
Oh, yes.
Ew.
We are now in
What is it?
Pennsylvania.
His eyes, they looked angry, but thought they seemed wild. When he looked at the kitties, he just sort of smiled. Then he wiped it away like he'd made a mistake, or for some schnitzen nap, Mama says we should make. Crabby I might seem, but don't you forget I ain't never had to spank unkitty yet. It just must be something around in the air makes the kitties act better at this time of year. And so his fishes he dropped, and he opened his sack, and he handed out oranges, yo-yos and jacks, a dolly for Ruth and a wood horse for Amos. We laughed as we watched him, and really, who could blame us? And finally he gave to Abner a teddy, and with that final gift to leave he was ready. But he said, as he crawled over shingles and sticks, "I'll stand over Stolzfuss to your broke roof to fix." Then he chopped the hole through up to his baiting plow, and he yelled to his livestock, "Get going, and now down to the ground, and without no complaint, until we get ready. The horse and the houses all ain't." They sprung off the roof to the yard way below, where they got stuck in near 40 inches of snow. And that Bellschnickel yelled, brushing snow off his head, "Merry Christmas to all.
Yeah.
Now just go back to bed."
That's pretty bad. Make it more Christmas.
There we go.
That was your recitation.